come tonight. With the moon so bright in the sky and the sea so calm, I guess that you would be here waiting for me, so I came to see. Did you miss me? Well, I missed you. This much. Nobody saw you come out here, did they? That's good. So, have you got more interesting human baubles and items for me? Thank you, thank you, thank you. So what is this thing? A compass? It's so beautiful. I've never come across anything like this. As you know, we don't have metalsmithing in our underwater kingdom. That's right. Most of our everyday items are made from organic materials that come from the sea floor, or from deceased bony sea creatures. On the odd occasion, we also use some items salvaged from sunken ships. I recognize the pattern of the carving that's on the lid of this compass. It's a depiction of flowers, isn't it? Yes, you brought me some flowers last time. The flowers that grow on land are so much more colorful and so much more beautiful than what's found underwater. Yes, that's true. The Water Kingdom is home to some of the most splendorous, colorful reefs. And although we have all sorts of colorful sea creatures with different types of shells and designs, the flowers that bloom on land are really something that's worthy of the admiration of mystical creatures and humans alike. What was that phrase you taught me last time? That's right. The grass is green. No, that's not it. The grass is always greener on the other side. Thank you for this little gift. What does this red pointer arrow do? North? North! That's the direction in which my sister and brother tribes are located. So, will it always point in that one direction, no matter what? And you're sure that water cannot damage this item? I see. It's been created for sailors. I promise you that I will keep it safe. The sea is filled with hidey holes. Don't you worry. Look at that. The water reflecting the moon. It's just me and you and your little boat. You spoil me so much. Not all sailors are as kind as you are. Yeah, we usually stay away from humans. But there is something incredibly pleasant and reassuring about your facial features. That night, when I saw you lying unconscious and washed up on the shore, I was about to do to you what my kind do to all humans we see in such a predicament. We loot them for any tradable valuables and then we leave them be. Yes, but humans are not supposed to know that we really actually exist. But there was something about you. It felt like I knew you from another time in another place. So, of course I had to save you, even if it went against the rules. Why do we not save humans? We used to. A long, long time ago. But then, one day, something bad happened. One of my ancestors, a mermaid who was renowned for the beauty of her scales, she saved a human, and they fell in love. Yeah, kind of like how we did, but their story is not like ours. Now, this is all conjecture because none of us truly know what happened, but it's said that the human man she fell in love with lured her onto shore one day and pulled off all her scales. He then sold them for a hefty price on the human trade market. We only suspect that that's what happened, by the way. The Water Kingdom never saw that mermaid ancestor of mine again. But one day, a sailor washed up, and he was wearing a pendant with mermaid scales the exact same color as that which belonged to that ancestor of mine. I know it's tragic. So since that day, a decree was issued by the king of our underwater kingdom. We would no longer save the sailors who had washed up on shore. Yeah. It is very sad. I've heard that since then you humans would occasionally tell the odd story, or your bards would sing the odd song or two about beautiful, mysterious women who lived under the sea. But there were never any more sightings of us, so to humans we slowly became creatures found only in their stories. I'm gonna tell you something that might surprise you because it's not in your history books, nor is it in ours, but it's something that's been passed down orally from my grandmother to my mother, and from my mother to me. You see, humans and mermaids used to work together, and there was a lot of trade. Both of our civilizations thrived. Yes, and the mermen too. It's so unfortunate that even one event can break that bond. And so human items are really rare these days. Oh, you know I'm more excited about seeing you than about all the little gifts that you bring for my collection. Things don't replace people, silly. Especially not you. It gets so lonely in the underwater palace. My brothers are very kind to me, but they're always doing their boy things. They're always like, ho ho ho, look at how far I can throw this sea rock. Or they play giant clamshell frisbee. And you know I don't like that. Because it's a very dangerous sport. See the scar on my cheek over here? See, right here? Guess where that came from? Yep. What kind of competitive sports do you humans do for fun? Really? That doesn't sound dangerous at all. In the underwater kingdom, it's not considered a fun sport if there isn't a risk of losing an arm or losing your flipper. Even giant clamshell frisbee is tame by our standards. Oh, don't you worry about me. I know how to keep myself safe. Otherwise, I wouldn't have survived for so long. Mermaids who don't have good survival skills tend to become part of the food chain in the big wide ocean. There are much worse predators than sharks in here, you know. There are huge, horned, multi-limbed sea monsters, the likes of which humans have never seen before. They all live in the deepest, darkest depths of the ocean. I know which places to avoid, though, so don't worry about me. Some of your boats and sailors aren't as fortunate, though. But you don't have anything to worry about. You always have me. Hey, promise me something? If you ever embark on a long journey, please allow me and my friends to escort you. My dolphin friends, that is. None of the other mermaids or mermen know about you, especially not my father. If he ever found out, he would probably make a meal out of you. I shudder at the very thought. Thank you, by the way, for always taking the risk to see me. What I really want to know is what your first thought was when you first saw me. Dreaming? Actually, that first day you came back out to sea to look for me, I thought I was dreaming too. For some reason, after I saved you, I couldn't stop thinking about you. I wondered whether or not you felt the same way. I'm usually very shy, so I'm happy that you were the one who confessed to me first. Anyway, how are things going in your little fishing village? What exactly is a traveling merchant? Oh, so like someone who goes to different towns and cities selling and trading their wares. It sounds like a dream job to have. If I were a human with legs, I would love to be a traveling merchant. Imagine all the different things and the different people I would see. Your world sounds very exciting. May I touch your legs? You're funny. How does it feel to walk? We mermaids don't go up on land often. It's not safe for us. Even so, I still dream about somehow getting to see your world one day. I want to know more about you and where you came from. Yes, I also think about you being able to join me in my underwater kingdom. But you humans do need to breathe air. You don't have gills like I have. See? They're right here, on the sides and on the base of my neck. And I also have some that run along the edges of my collarbones. They're not very obvious, but they definitely do the trick in allowing us to survive underwater. I must go. Something's happening. But first, come here. Mwah. Mwah. Promise me that you will come and see me again soon? Okay, I look forward to it. I'll bring you something interesting from under the sea next time.